Hello everyone, Gigs here once again to take you on another Constantiam base tour. Now I am standing on one of Uber's towers and Uber's castle at 400 base. Now it is looking very different where I am right now compared to how it looked when I was there a couple of days ago, and that is because I'm in a world download from May 2016. So as you can see, it is looking a lot more intact than when we last saw it, where that centre area was completely covered in cobble and obby and looked a bit of a mess. We could see parts of the church still, but a lot of that is down to players on the server rebuilding the castle whenever they are about, which is kind of cool that people would do that. You can see we've got motivation, dedication, acceleration, which is Uber's well-known tagline. Now as I tour around the base, I'm going to slip in a few bits and pieces about the server just so that we can have a bit of background. I don't know this knowledge firsthand myself. It is all stuff that was number one in a Reddit post by Mr. X, who is one of the original 400 base members, and also by other things that people have said throughout my time playing on the server and bits and pieces that have been picked up. So let's start at the beginning. February 2016. More importantly, February 14th, 2016. February 14. Fans, that is Valentine's Day. What were you doing making an anarchy server on Valentine's Day? Dearie me, not a usual Valentine's Day type of thing to do. However, we thank you because 3 years on, we're still enjoying your server. So, back on track. So, Phantom Captain created the server in February 2016, and he had a few players coming on and playing, and it's a nice big shot of the base there. He had a few players coming on and playing, but they were not real long stayers, they weren't big chatters, and they would just sort of come and go. This is Loli's house. So in April 2016, Phantom decided he would advertise the server on 4chan to see if he could get any more players to come and join. Now, as it so happens, a player by the name of James was looking for a new server and happened to spot Phantom's advertisement. This was James Russell's. He was at the time playing on 2B2T with a group of players he based with. So when he found the advertisement and came onto Constantiam, he decided to tell them all about it, and they made the move to Constantiam. Now, the drama and the history behind why they did that, I'm not going to go into. That's stories that have been retold and retold and retold, but we're grateful that they came here because that means we have got number one 400 base to have a look at, and you know, he attracted, and the players there attracted a lot of other players to Constantiam, and it wouldn't be the base that it is, sorry, the server that it is today without those founding players. So let's have a look around here. Not much going on. The sheep farm, cactus. Now I'm guessing this is the base banner. You can see it dotted around the place. More farming, sugarcane. Now you'll see most of these builds are wood and stone, which is what you would expect from a spawn-ish base. Not only that, this was 1.8, so you didn't have as many of the new fandangled blocks to build with. And obviously early days on the server, you don't have an awful lot to build with, so you make do with what you have. This is Nat in a Hat's house. Cute little house. Guessing that is a mine shaft. Yes, it is. So this base lasted, I think, about a month before an unknown player came on and did a minimal amount of griefing. This is the villager breeder. Guys, you could have done it a little prettier than this. Like, I know it's a villager breeder, but still. Ah, well, you get that. So an unknown player did a little bit of griefing, but I think at that time the players were already considering moving away from this base to go and set up a regular base a little bit further out. I think someone was building a statue here. Yes. So early May, there was a bunch of players from here that came along and I'm heading off into here. Mbash's house. Mbash, you need a roof. So the players from 400 base decided to go off and settle for a bigger base or more permanent base. I've seen something like this before. Very nice. On the way, instead of going off to make one big base as originally planned, they split up and went in two separate ways. One group forming the base Horizon and the other group forming the base Royal Dynasty. This is Sharpie's tower. So Sharpie was the player that I think that suggested the 400 base name, and it was a nod to a base on 2B2T called 700 base. Sharpie was rich. You had gold. I wonder if I can get up there. Looks like there's a sign up there. Can I get up there and read the sign? Do I want to read the sign? Built by Sharpie, 25th of April 2016. There you go. We have another little man there. Holding this little lamp. So this build is Mr. X's build. This little castle. And inside here, there you go, a few of the... I'm guessing that the signs off the side here were people who visited afterwards. And there we go, 400 base, one of the first bases on the server. And there's some of the members of 400 base. And there's a map of the base. In my hand I have here, this is map number 1. So we can see that it fits up right up there. Ghast here, I'm guessing that was probably one of the original ghasts killed on the server by these guys. We don't know whether or not it was the first ghast killed on the server because there were other players on the server before these guys. This looks like a throne. I don't know if I've already mentioned this, but what I will do is I will post a link in the description to a Reddit post by Mr. X which covers off the history of Constantiam. I'm just going to get rid of this weather. It keeps coming here to rain on my parade. Get rid of it. No point doing a base tour in the rain. Now, there is something I want to show you over here, but we'll get to that next. I want to pop over here and have a look at James' house. Which is named Murdoch Manor. Family members. Ugh. Note blocks. I like note blocks, but I do need to be careful because I think if I click on it wrong, I'll break it. Am I right clicking or left clicking? Oh, right clicking. They're fun. Gotta be so careful in creative mode because you break things. Now up here we have a bed. My understanding is ftsqr. slept up in the attic up here. All he's got is a bed and some creepy pictures. You have in here. Ooh. That looks like a, what's this say? James's almost best pony. It's funny. I imagine that that is a message from Spartan. I don't know what was in there. Yes. That's funny. I could have gone through there rather than break blocks, but yes, looks like a creeper explosion there. I do like the detail on the roof here. That's kind of cool. Guessing up, down, side, downstairs. It's nifty. Man. And I'm guessing this is his bedroom. Now this, I remember this from when I first came on the server. I came down here and discovered nothing. I was expecting maybe treasures and found nothing. Well, I did do a couple of trades down there later on when I needed to have places that weren't so mobby and I could trade with people. I was either trading down there or trading in the towers of Uber's castle. So, James' house, we've done Sharpie's tower, we've done Mr. X's. Now up over here on the hill we have a very trademark house. And this, the reason why I say it is trademark is because from the distance I spotted armor stands. And armor stands and armor can only mean Varga's house. Very pretty with all the flowers. Gotta say the two girls' houses are looking a little bit more prettier than the guys, but that's my opinion. Yes, trademark Varga build. We've got armor stands with armor on them. Open her room. Oops, I'm stuck. There we go. She's got all the armor stands there. Now whether or not that was so that she could hide the view of Uber's cobble castle, I don't know. But she's getting quite a range of armor there. Very nice house, Varga. Very pretty. So that is most of the build as I have shown. However, we are going to be scooting along here and taking a look at something else. So you can see that they've got a bit of mycelium here. There is a mushroom island about 1,000 blocks away from spawn, so that would have been easy to find. So inside of here we have their nether portal, bit of an enchantment area set up, a couple of beds. Now what I really wanted to show was what is down in the mines, and that is an end portal. So on Constantiam there is an end portal at 400 base. So it was really a perfect spot to set up their base of operations, and here we go. Safety hazard, guys. You didn't think maybe a door or something, or covered some blocks maybe? You know, a person could fall straight down in there. But yes, they were able to go straight into the end from here. Very handy dandy. Now from the post that Mr. X made, apparently around the 26th of April, oops, Spartan and Aryvas opened the end portal and killed the original Ender Dragon. And not long after that, they built a few farms in that area, so they have access to Ender Pearls. I was wondering what all that was. That's the portal on the other side. This is their mining area. So pretty handy being able to have a base with an end portal. So that is pretty much 400 base. In all its glory. So again, not a huge base, but quite a few builds by individual players who have made their mark on the server at other bases as well as this one as well. Again, check the history post to give you a bit more background to it all. And I feel pretty privileged to be able to actually see the base in this state, given I never got to see it in this state before. Weather, what are you doing to me? Is it all doom and gloom because we're leaving? Maybe? But I think it's really wonderful that we can show off a little bit of the history of Constantiam in this way, and that people have saved their bases so we get to see them at their finest. Now, I'm not going to just leave it here. Nope. While this was a great tour and I enjoyed having a look at 400 base, I also want to keep in this time frame and go and have a look at what Spawn looked like back in May 2016. I think we'll do that next episode. Why not? And there, I can tell you now, we will see one of the more original griefings on the server. That's right, we will see a build that was griefed by the players who joined the server. Lightning strike, that was good timing. So yes, when James and his crew came to Constantiam, they brought griefing with them. So we'll get to see that in the next episode. You have a great day.